Happy holidays. Guess like we're gonna do a quick New Year's Eve glam, or just a glam to go out because it's the holidays. And because of that, we need to clean that face. I know you've been going out, you've been partying, you were going to bed with your makeup on, so we're removing all that residue that you still have on your face. Remember to clean your face. We're gonna go in with Rhodes glazing milk. This is where I usually go either with hyaluronic acid, some type of serum to prepare the face to take in all that skincare. Don't forget your chest. Don't forget your neck, your décolletage. It's very important. It's an extension of your face, so everything goes there too. I'm going to put a lip mask to hydrate the lips while we do the makeup. I'm going to go in with this beautiful moisturizer. It's a gel, so it's not going to be very thick. So it's going to be great for the weather and great for her type of skin. She has a little bit of acne though, so I don't want to put anything that's going to clog her pores. And we're going to cover that too. So I'm putting a little bit of eye cream to hydrate her under eye area, so that way it helps with the concealer placement so it doesn't crease or look cakey at all. This is one of my favorite steps. I love to go in with a hydrating mist to seal all the skin work that we did, and then go in with Janessa Meyer's Blurring Balm in Universal, which works for every skin tone. This is great to control sebum production, smoothes out any pores, and it helps the makeup last longer. I believe in this product so much. I love it. I use it almost on everybody, just using the technique that I learned from Danessa. She does a lot of skin mapping. If you'd like to learn more about that, let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to make a video just dedicated to skin mapping. I'm going here with a serum bronzer just to give her skin a little bit of definition, but very subtle. I don't go in. I love underpainting, but I don't do the technique that almost everybody uses, that it's a lot of bronzer so it can shine through the foundation. I work differently, so I like to work with small brushes, very little product, because I love to layer products, so I don't like to go in with a lot of heavy bronzer because I like to work with thin layers. I'm gonna go in with this concealer. This is the Cosas concealer. I'm using two little strokes on my palette, so I'm gonna work this on her face, the entire face. I love this concealer because it's clean and it doesn't clog the pores, so I'm gonna use it all over the face to correct any discoloration and to start using it as a protective layer for any acne that I want to cover. With all the skincare benefits that this have, it's gonna work as a protective layer, so when I pile on any foundation, any bronzer or anything, I have this as a protective layer. And as you see, I haven't even used the entire 2 swipes that I did on my palette on her face, and it's already covered so much, and it's still looking like skin. It's still looking fresh. I'm going to take a little bit of what's left on the brush and just put it on the eyes to prepare them for eyeshadow, but just a little bit. And then I'm going with an eyeshadow closer to the color of her skin, all over her eyelid, and then on the corners of the eye I'm going with an eyeshadow that's a little bit deeper to give a little bit of definition. With a mix of a brown eyeshadow and the black eyeshadow from a palette, I'm using it to build an eyeliner very close to the lashes. So just like an eyeshadow eyeliner, and then I take a different brush to smoke it out, so diffuse it so it's not a very sharp line. It's just going to give definition to the lash line. And as I do with the skin, I do the same with the eyes. I work in layers, small, delicate layers, so I'm building up her lash line. And now I'm taking a sparkly eyeshadow topper to put on top of the eyeshadow work that I did, just to give that festive look for New Year's. More sparkles with a different palette. You can use whatever you have that has that sparkly effect to it. I'm taking this high coverage foundation and just putting it in the small areas where she needs a little bit more coverage from the concealer that we used, and taking this clean brush to spread it out and mix it with her concealer that I already placed. So I'm not piling more and more product. I'm just strategically placing it in the areas where I want a little more coverage, and just with another clean brush, blending it out so it's not visible. I like to take my time and blending. Now I'm taking a different concealer, something a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter than the foundation that I used, just to bring some brightness under her eyes, just highlighting several areas that I want to bring forward in her face. I'm strategically placing the concealer in the areas that I need, and then I'm going with a powder puff to blend it out seamlessly, and just looks so beautiful when you do like this. When you don't have a beauty blender or you don't have any brushes, your best friend is going to be a powder puff. Now doing another layer of cream bronzer, and starting with cream blush just to layer it as well, and placing it on the top of her cheekbones so it gives her a lifted look, and taking some loose powder and starting to seal all the work that I've been doing. I also like setting the face with a small brush, specific places, and then going with a big brush, and also a big brush to set the cream bronzer with the powder bronzer, and I'll do the same with the blush. So I'm setting the cream blush that we placed with a powder blush. So I start with the face, then go to the eyes, then back to the face, and now we're back to the eyes. So I'm tight lining her eyes with a waterproof eyeliner, and then I'm going back with the same eyeshadows that I worked on the top on the bottom. My daughter likes to do her own lashes, so she went ahead. Now let's do this lip combo. I'm gonna start with Endless Cacao, which is a beautiful cool toned lip liner, so I love it for contour. We're not okay, so we cocktail blushes, we cocktail foundations, we are gonna cocktail lip liners as well. I'm mixing it with a Skin by Kim, I think it's number 9, and also a Charlotte Tilbury. This beautiful liquid lipstick by Maybelline, and then I'm gonna top it off with a beautiful gloss. With the great skin prep we did, plus the layers, we don't need a setting spray for longevity, but I like to go in with a Charlotte Tilbury setting spray just to hydrate the skin again and just give it that plump look. I'm gonna take a highlighter and just put it in the inner corner and the high points of the face, and then I am going back with a little bit of setting spray in strategic areas and the T-zone. This is a great look for everybody. It's not too cool toned, not too warm toned. Great for New Year's or going out. Let me know if you like this and if you like this type of videos. Happy New Year, and I hope you have the wonderful 2025.